All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I am so happy for the NVOS faithful. All right, I haven't covered this stock in a while. All right, you know I always say bad things happen under the 8 moving average. We were tracking this downtrend that it just simply couldn't break. But yeah, today was a really important day. All right, I'm gonna talk about both sides of the coin like I always do. All right, it was a good day. It was a monster 63% day, right? But there are still things that actually need to happen before I'm willing to buy this. Don't get me wrong, I saw it. I really did. I thought about it. And again, on the Discord group, we talked about it so much. You would think that I would have found a place where we were talking about it, but that was not as smooth as it could have been. Nonetheless, I'll get into the money line, but hey, just in case you don't watch the whole thing, we got to get over that blue line right there, that 100 moving average. All right, so I'll talk about that a little bit more. And again, potential pump and dump. I know there was good news. I know people are excited. That said, potential pump and dump. Don't pretend it's not there. All right, both sides of the coin. From there, we're going to talk about APRN. And I will be honest with you, I talked about, so it wasn't even me. Let's not even start with me. I keep saying there are some fantastic traders that watch this, that comment in it, that are now coming to the Discord. All right. And man, I can't believe how close we are to cracking 40. 25 here, 7 here. You can see people are still typing and talking as I'm doing this. I had to mute this channel. Otherwise, it keeps pinging and I love it. Right. But we talked about APRN. I talked about a bid that I put in before it hit that was sub $7. It hit. And I'm happy, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? So APRN is another one. And honestly, I've been talking a little longer than I usually do. So I'm only going to do 2 stocks on this one. So hopefully that does better things with the timing. But before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines as well as diagonal trend lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends online, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do helps me in these algorithms so much, but for real, just being here, giving me your time, thank you so much for that. All right, so NVOS. All right, listen, again, I started the video with it. I'm going to say it again. It's been a while since I've covered this stock, okay? And again, it's nothing more than the rules I often talk about, all right? When you have too many moving averages and you lose the cluster, bad things happen, all right? So what I actually want to do, look, there are a lot of lines right here, and they're actually kind of lining up with the moving averages. So I'm going to delete everything but redraw this, okay? And I'm going from this corner to that corner. That's essentially what this thing's going to do, all right? So you're going to see me literally delete everything. Yep, delete everything, please. And the only thing I want to redraw is the trend line, all right? So, oops, let's try that one more time. From here, come on, baby. We'll take it to there. Boom. Okay, so again, what did we do? We took it from this corner right here to this one right here, all right? I'm 95% positive that was the right one too. I think so. I do think so. I don't think it was this one right here because as we're hitting this, we're hitting this, we're hitting this. I like that line. Okay, couple important things, all right? I don't even know where to start, man. There's a bunch of important things. Okay. All right. You know 80% of the work is up here, all right? However, I want to start down here, okay? Yesterday, the volume here, you can see it over there, was 7 million shares. Day before, the volume was 3.6. Day before that, the volume was 3.3. You can see the red number close to the bottom, right? So again, 3.6, 7, then all the way up to almost 24. 240, 714.21, right? That's a 30x plus jump from yesterday's volume, all right? Listen, I know there was news, but it's really, 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 really hard to jump 30x and then do a little bit better or hold it, all right? So I want to start by saying, listen, there is a potential of a dump tomorrow, okay? Because let's just zoom out. We've been here before. We've popped and dropped. We've popped and steadily declined. We've popped and dropped. We've popped and dropped. We've popped and dropped. We've done it every single time. Now look, was this really big news? Hey, it seems to be. We went from below, you know the rules, above all five and fly, below all five and die. We went from the death of below all five to, again, I'm not religious and I say this with love and no offense, the hand of God lifting us from right here and taking us all the way up here above moving at, like, there, I'm going to the weekly really quick, you know I'll be back, like, we were deep in all-time lows. There was no reason for it to do anything else, you know? So again, I am not a religious person and I say it with no offense at all, but that's actually a phrase I use. Like, when you are in the black hole abyss of all-time lows, it takes a miracle to bring you up, all right? And it seems like people like the partnership, all right? Again, going back to the Discord, I will put a chat in it, but man, again, you would think I would have done this smoother, and I don't really know. Oh, can I search? NVOS. Oh man, that was dumb. I don't even know what I'm doing. People, you would think I would practice this before I start recording, but we were talking about NVO. Someone used Chat GPT to analyze what the news was and deliver that to the team. All right, like, you know, I live and die by these colorful lines. There are other people that don't even care about these lines, right? And when different opinions trade, when educated people share thoughts and opinions, beautiful things happening. And man, we are creating a safe little space on this channel, on YouTube, on this Discord. I'm actually really loving Twitter more than I expected. I'm digressing too much, all right? Let's stick with NVOS. We talked about the volume, all right? Next thing we're going to talk about is up here. Listen, for me, this downtrend, yeah, it's relatively important. And knock on wood, I'm good at drawing my little lines, all right? Knock on wood. That said, again, I live and die by these. And for me, I actually care less about the gap up today and more about what happens with the interaction right there, okay? I call 3 moving averages or more a cluster. So this isn't quite a cluster. That said, these are 2 really big moving averages. The 50 is no joke, let alone with the 100 right behind it, all right? And let's just zoom out real quick, right? Oh man, it's been a long time under the 50 red line. It's been even longer under the blue line, right? Let's just kind of look at history, right? A whole mess of being under the blue line. Yeah, I see moments. Yeah, I see moments, right? Like, I see the moments, but again, from here, essentially from 2019 onward, we've been well under the blue line, and relatively speaking, pretty much well under the red line as well, all right? So don't underestimate the difficulty of the lines individually, let alone the fact that they're basically a penny away from each other, all right? So for me, what am I looking for? Honestly, I care less about this downtrend line and more about this breaking, all right? That said, look, again, knock on wood, I like my lines, all right? I'm relatively good at drawing my little white lines, whether they're diagonal or horizontal, right? I wouldn't be hitting record otherwise. But for me, I can see this hitting it and failing. I can see this hitting it, maybe breaking it, but not confirming. Hitting it, but failing, right? Like, we've hit it. Are we going to confirm it? And really, even if we confirm it, I think that's why I keep stressing. I actually really care less about this white line and way more about this 13-cent break. And as I go up, oh, interesting, 14 cents is relatively far away. I really wish I had more decimals here, but I think I would call this like 0.136, 137 if I had to guess, right? It's pretty silly. I have to do that, I know, but I don't move any money on this. You can see this is paper practice right here. Like, I move my money elsewhere, but find yourself more decimals. I'm roughly guessing 14 cents is definitely the better place. And look, the money line is 16. It's 15. I would even say 16. All right. 16 cents will, I have to hold it here and tell you to look over in the box. You can see average 200, the purple line, this 200 line, that again, if I've said we've been under the 100, look how much even worse we've been under the 200, right? Like, if we get over this purple line, if we get to 16 cents, oh my, all right? And for me, I would start by basically trading 14 to 15. All right, that's just me. Again, you know, I'm a little conservative, but I would go 14 to 15. It only takes a penny to bring a double-digit percentage, right? So I know it sounds relatively insignificant, but that's pretty big right there. Really, what I personally would do is I would say just wait, all right? Because again, NVOS, as much as today looked bomb, I really need to see tomorrow, because what's the worst case of tomorrow? There's a couple, actually. Maybe this 11 cent will hold. Maybe it becomes the bottom of this July 27th candle. Really, I can very, very easily see us come down to 10 cents. All right, I actually am not 1,000% that this 20 moving average is broken. All right, yes, we're physically over the line. Believe me, I see it, but I don't know. Again, just looking at relative history, right? Basically, since here, I think this is a really good view. Since we lost this cluster, well under the 20, little moment. Well under the 20, little moment, couple moments, but well under the 20, right? Excuse me. That orange line is no joke, okay? We have been over it. This thing will stop it. We just got over it. This thing stopped it, let alone those things, right? So I've gone, I think, a little bit like longer than I need to on NVOS, and I think I've made the point. Listen, I see the low RSI. I see the MACD creeping up to pause. I really don't care about these two. I need to see what volume looks like tomorrow, all right? I better see a close over these. I don't care if we wick it. We talked about that on the Discord. All right, I saw it go over this. I'm telling you, there was a lot of excitement, but no. We need a close over this, not some insignificant midday wick test. All right, it just, a lot already happened for it to gap up over these. All right, let alone make a run attempt to this. All right, so don't oversimplify the moves. And one more time, listen, I don't really know the news too much, but the best thing you can really do for yourself is hold a healthy amount of skepticism. All right, just because you read something good doesn't mean it's good. We talked about that on that 40 million, I think. Was it 40 million, 400 million? I don't really even remember, but they got some sort of grant that obviously got me a little excited. I don't remember when that happened. It might have even happened on this wick right here. Nonetheless, just healthy skepticism, especially when you zoom out and see what this stock has done relative to these. But yeah, break a couple more lines and NVOS, I will take a lot of my TTOO victories and move it here if momentum keeps. That's actually something, again, I mentioned on the Discord. But where are we on the weekly? Look, we're not quite there, but so far so good. And in a lot of ways, what are you? Again, average 20 is 13. I think 14 cents is really the like, there's no such word as safest, right? I keep trying to stress that, but wait for 14. Again, if you just heard me as well, wait for 16. It might be worth it. I realize 2 cents is relatively 50% of that, right? So you can almost say it's 25%. That said, I would rather lose a little bit of profit now for what could be a whole lot more if I'm patient, right? That's kind of my mentality. But NVOS, I definitely talked more than I wanted to on this. I'm glad I'm only doing 2. APRN, Blue Apron. All right. So let's take a look at Apron and what I love about Apron. All right, I think I can do this a little smoother. APRN. We're gonna search and look. This more yesterday, it looks like I talked about Apron. Truth be told, I forgot that. All right. Again, I don't know why he calls himself the newbie. I'm actually pretty sure he is the BlackRock algorithm, if I had to guess, the Aladdin thing. I don't think he's a newbie. I think he secretly moves like billions of dollars on a fund, all right? But he brought it back to the attention of me. Within a couple minutes, I loved it. I got a stink bid under 7. So 9:10 is 12:30 Eastern time. I was ready to catch it under 7. I was lucky that I did, and it kept running, and you can see we kept talking about it, all right? So again, if you're not in the Discord, I will throw a link, but look, there's a lot to like. Just oh my gosh, right? Like, this is picturesque moving average stuff, all right? And I say stuff jokingly because that's all it is. This is not rocket science, people. Like, I'm a relatively smart guy, but I promise you I am not the sharpest, in the drawer by, like, I'm not even in the top 30 percentile of smart, all right? I promise you, okay? That said, look, I always say it, first and foremost, good things happen over the 8 and the 20. Bad things happen under, all right? And we've seen moments where it could go over. I'm hoping this is another one of those, right? From there, you hear me say it, break the 8, go to the 20, break the 20, go to the 50, break the 50, go to the 100, right? And that's what we do. Break the 8, go to the 20, break the 20, go to the 50. Couldn't confirm, but hey, it's okay. Boom. This was a good day. Boom, this took us to the 100. Boom, this confirmed, all right? And in so many ways, that right there was the line, all right? Like, once that crossed, it was over. I'll be honest with you, I was dreaming by the time I saw this, and I actually was looking at TTOO. I was super happy with it. I went back to sleep, but it was actually relatively easy to catch this at the 260 line. I also, like I said in the beginning, I forgot I talked about this the day before, all right? That said, I'm not going to go into the 15-minute and break it out, but yeah, it was in the, like, I want to say 715 range, if not pushing maybe 710. When I threw out my it'll drop below 7 stink bid comment, all right? And again, there's things that blah 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 blah. I'm talking too much. Join the Discord, all right? Let's talk about what I'm looking for, okay? What am I looking for? I think this really screams it, all right? 830, all right? That is my next expectation, all right? Green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 right? Like, this was a big pump. This was a sad dump. This is a so far good recovery, right? So I'm pretty much expecting to come to this plateau, and truth be told, I probably can even raise the line to up here to basically 9. I think we'll probably fill this entire thing. Why did I pick 830? Looks like it's the bottom of this. Okay, all right, maybe 830 is not that bad, but yeah, I think in a lot of ways that was a good amount of past, and yeah, I think there's reason to believe we might come all the way to 9 and just fill this entire green, okay? The moving average thing literally says break the 100 and go to the 2, right? The 200, excuse me. But broke it, we've confirmed. Not only did we confirm, but MACD's in the positive. RSI is still a relatively healthy. I know 70 is pretty high. There's still a lot of room between 70 and 80. You know what I mean? And let's just zoom out a little bit. What were you? What was this peak right here? 89. I love it. What were you? 82, 83. What was the day before? Damn, it went, look, if we can go, look at this right here. This RSI was a 76. The day after, it flew to 89. I'm not going to lie to you. I would love that. I will take it. I will bank and I will run. But the next two places I'm looking for are basically 830. I'm not going to say the $9 line again, but you can move that up if you want. Otherwise, it's going to come all the way to the 200, basically at 970 right there. All right. Then if we break this, it really can start doing some silly things. I don't really want you to have like $30 dreams, but yeah, I mean, I'll adjust it if we get closer to that, right? But I'm just kind of drawing some like good enough lines. But yeah, you start breaking some of those and like some silly things can happen, right? Like, so I think I'm going to raise this one. As I raise it one more time, don't have $20 dreams, let alone $40 dreams. Please don't do that, all right? breaking this 200 will be no joke. I'm sorry to zoom in and out so much. You can see there was a little battle here. That wasn't that long ago, actually. So that's really nice to see. There was a little battle right here as well. And there was actually a break and a run. This was a very nicely held run, holding the 8, holding the 20, actually using the 50 to bounce one more time. This is again, don't think above 960 just yet, but I'm not gonna lie, I think I have the little greed monkey kind of scratching my shoulder as I'm looking at this. And hey, we've had a nice double-digit day today. What was yesterday? Not that big a double-digit, but look at this. This was a near 20% day. Today was a near 15% day, excuse me. Neither day broke the 50-day average. If this gets volume, I think it gets a fat run up. What are you doing after hours? You're going up. Hell yeah. I swear I didn't know that. Did I look at NVOS after hours? Ah, damn. Shit. I'm going to end with that. I'll like put an extra chapter. I forgot to do that. But yeah, it does not surprise me that APRN's going up. This will be the last thing I show on the Discord. I said this. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Get out of here. Where is it? Okay, APRN. I'll probably hold overnight. Literally the same numbers I'm saying. This is hour before it closes too, right? So I don't know why I went to that. I'm so sorry. Come to the Discord. It's fun. I think that's what's happening. I love the Discord. APRN. I think that's enough. Let's look at the weekly. Oh my. We're over the 20. What's today? All right, still a little early on the week, but oh man, if this closes, again, break the 20, you're going to want to go to the 50, and that's pretty high up. That's still real healthy. Again, we still haven't even seen good volume yet here. There's a lot to like on APRN. I can't believe I'm still at 20 minutes. Damn. I appreciate your time. Hey, let me end it with this. This is where I'll end it. I'll put one last quick chapter. NVOS, where are you after hours? Still going down. Again, I'm telling you, this is what matters. Don't put too much emphasis on after hours, or like, if you're going to do it on pre-market. I'm not a big fan of after hours, but yeah, cool. Hey, I appreciate you all so much.